Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Snapchat, email, text messages, YouTube, Instagram. All ways that you can pass information back and forth. But you see, lost in this great info flea market, where things like face-to-face interaction rarely happens, is the value of actual communication. Now, to bring us up to speed on the civility crisis, Pamela Eyring from the Protocol School of Washington. Good morning.
Always good to see you, Tyler.
My gosh, we certainly can communicate, can't we?
Tell you, I don't know how many emails you get, but add all the social media part of it, my gosh, we can spend all day on these devices.
Just sitting right behind a device. You never have to even interact with anybody. As a matter of fact, there's no reason we have to have this conversation.
We could text each other.
Here. No, I'm going to use this one instead. No, let me use this one instead.
You want mine?
I like that. That's very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's talk about the civility crisis that you're speaking about. And the civility is how you actually just treat people with civility.
Right, right. There was a survey that just came out. There's 3 research companies saying that in America's, in the public, is saying that our civility or incivility has increased from 65% to 75% in just 2 years.
Explain to folks, what do you mean by civility? What's a layman's term for that?
Well, think about behaviors, just the way we communicate, whether we're communicating online or if we're communicating in person. And civility is how you do that. The rule is to be respectful, and we're not being respectful anymore.
True story. True. Now, what's interesting is, in just a casual observation, perhaps, we're very respectful when we talk to people because we've lost the art of interpersonal communication. But boy, it is easy in 140 characters to wreck someone's day, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And it's rather gutless, too, might I say.
Agree. You can hide behind your laptops and your devices, but when you're in person, you think about what you're going to say.
Right.
And that's what we're asking people to do, is just be self-aware that anything you post could be harassment. It could you could lose your job. I mean, it could really, like you said, wreck someone's day. It could be bullying. It could be any of those things. And, be aware of that and try to curb that tone.
There was an old practice a boss of mine had when, you reply to email. Before, of course, we had 17, a bandolier of cell phones that wears around. But, especially if you're like a rebuttal email at work, where you're just like, really, I'm going to fix his red wagon. The trick is you write one and then you delete it. You get all the the anger out, and then you go back and say, let's address the issue with a little more civility, a little more compassion, perhaps, and thinking before you start letting your fingers get yourself in trouble.
Right. There's 3 main reasons of this incivility. One, they're blaming politicians, logically, mainstream media, and the internet, social media. So in social media, it's just like emails. You can get really, upset, and I see it on Facebook sometimes. People arguing on Facebook in their messages,
which is ludicrous.
Yeah,
just
don't let it get to that point. Take the high road. Let it go. Just let it go. And if you got a problem with somebody, call them up. Go face to face, and then you'll see how the tone changes.
That's scary, y'all. That's scary. A good friend of mine said recently that it seems like we have lost, as a society, the ability to cope. Yeah. That we don't want to actually have a face-to-face. It's easier to go, hey, how are you? And then as I'm walking away, send you a text message. I really don't like you very much.
Exactly.
I mean, good gracious. Yeah. We're going to put an oath, and I know you have like an oath of civility. We're going to put that at abccolumbia.com. Just talk about maybe just taking that extra 2 seconds before you dash in 140 characters, or maybe send an email, post on Facebook.
Absolutely. Just take a moment. Just take a moment.
I love it. Pamela Eyring. Take a moment to go to her website, the Protocol School of Washington. We'll link it to abccolumbia.com for you. But I appreciate you coming in and slowing us all down, the collective sigh. I'm just going to shut this right there.
All right, let's do it.
Shut that down. Stay with us. We're coming back.